Peace on the set. Peace on the set.
Welcome to the Praise Radio
ain't
Show.
me today.
I am your host, Mandy D. Roberson.
Hey.
And to my left, in this beautiful shirt that I'm loving, is
Oh,
Miss Joy.
Thank you. You're so nice
Yes.
to me. Thank you.
I
Hey,
got the
family.
Earrings and glasses. Did you see that?
I saw everything.
You said, okay, let's move
So
on.
glasses, hair was the nails.
My hair.
The nails are beautiful.
Because it's up here. He said her hair was. So I'm not sure what he saw, but okay.
Yeah.
And what? Finish your intro. What's
And to
happening?
my right,
Right.
Yeah.
we have the
This guy.
very aware,
Yeah,
okay,
I like that. I like that.
3D vision,
Oh, come on, 4D.
seeing
4D.
stuff in the spirit.
Girl, I see K-Mo.
Hey, CK Mo.
Uncle Rich.
Hey.
What's going on?
Okay, that was into. You always have
Did you
something
sing in the
interesting.
choir?
Huh?
Did you
Sing
try?
in the choir?
I did, but they all went out on a break.
Did you try?
Yeah.
Sing in
There
the
you
choir.
That's what it was.
But one time I did sing in the choir on a New Year's Eve, but they put me way in the back
Did
because I
they?
do baritone.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Let me see. Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
When I was 17, it was a long time ago.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Way
All
in the
right.
back.
But everybody else was singing so properly that mine died out. I heard me though.
That's all that
I
matters.
heard. I heard me. I was so
What is
proud.
wrong with you?
That's
I
all that
promise.
matters.
I don't know why everybody always say that though.
Everybody can't be wrong.
Everybody.
No,
Everybody
I
can't be.
could be the only one right.
No.
You think so?
No.
It's a possibility.
Absolutely
Okay.
not.
No,
No.
You
Sometimes-
write in. You tell me.
I
Okay.
If everybody's
really
on the
want
same
this?
page,
Yeah.
some was that for myself, because
Okay.
I can't tell you for you. For
Okay.
me,
Uh-huh.
I look around and I say, it can't be everybody else. It has to be me. If everybody's on the same page,
Right.
if more than one person says the same thing to me,
Everybody.
I say,
I say
Maybe I
self
should
and self
listen.
say.
right, exactly. It's time to sit down and say, okay, maybe it's me.
No, I did that. You know what I said?
No,
They
It's
wrong.
not me. Oh,
They wrong.
Yeah.
Look, he fixed his face. He
Yeah,
was
they
serious.
wrong.
So you one of those that are the last to know.
No what?
right, right. That uncle,
Yeah.
the last to know.
Mm-hmm. He like, yeah. Who they talking about?
Exactly.
Oh, me?
Right.
And then they still wrong, right?
No, because they could be
Everyone.
talking about the old me. But the new me,
Oh, they're not talking about that guy.
nah. Mm-mm. No, if they think I'm crazy, then they need to look up crazy.
I try my best to keep a straight face, but I'm so confused right now. So let's count our blessings. What?
Because y'all out here
Yes.
starting
Just
new stuff. and
2
people's
minutes.
absent.
Yeah.
Counting our blessings.
Yeah.
Yes, having an attitude of gratitude. What are you grateful for?
Who, me?
Yeah,
I
you.
go
Well,
first?
I'm looking.
Oh, I get the Adam. Okay. The
I'm
first
letting
Adam.
you go
I
first.
This has been an awesome week, man. This whole weekend, I just been like Friday, I was at City Island with all the brothers that retired.
Nice.
Yesterday, I was at City Island with everybody that grew up in McKinley.
Wow.
Today, I preached at church.
Oh.
I thought he was going to say he was
where?
going to City
I was
Island
like,
again.
what?
First
City
of all,
Island.
I
I
preached
preached-
because
I
I was
preached to
talking
the
to
fish.
City Island. Yeah. I was waiting for him to say City Island.
But
Well,
I enjoyed what I preached on. I preached on judging.
okay.
Yeah, preached on judging. Yeah.
Nice.
So it's been a blessed week, and then I had an opportunity. You know, it's a blessing when you can do for others. You know, people in need. So I lent out money this week. You know, too. So yeah, it's a blessing, man.
Okay.
Huh?
I didn't get nothing. I didn't get a call to go to City Island. I didn't get a call. Do you need?
This count our blessings. Let's not. We're not gonna focus on.
Oh, we gonna
that.
change.
Yeah, because
we
then
gonna
you
switch on.
judging
Yeah,
me.
we go.
Because then you judging me.
That's why you threw that out there. I was like, I liked my message.
look.
Right.
Yeah,
He said,
I
"Well,
like
let's
my
tell us
message.
one thing you're thankful for." He said, "Yeah, because I preached on judging." What?
Yeah, he did
does
kind of
that
look at us
have
some
to
kind of
do
way.
with- right?
Because people received it. It was a blessing.
Oh,
Okay.
I
All
was,
right.
I was blessed to be a blessing.
And then he came in here and judged everybody that say he crazy.
Yeah.
Because they all wrong.
Yeah.
And he's right.
What are you grateful for?
Girl. I think one of the things that people don't pay attention the most to is just being able to go somewhere and get back home safely. I am thankful for that. Every time that it occurs, I am grateful because it did not have to be that way.
Amen. That's
I'm
for sure,
grateful.
for sure.
Amen. I'm grateful for this platform because it is a blessing to just be able to sit here and share the good news and to laugh and to bring other people on to share their testimonies and the awesome things that they're doing. And I'm grateful for Spotlight What's Right.
All right now.
I'm grateful for Spotlight What's Right and being able to put the spotlight on people that are doing wonderful things for others.
Amen.
So, but we're gonna take a break on that note. What are you guys grateful for? We're gonna take a break and we'll be right back.
Oh, I thought they were saying something.
They were writing it down.
Don't touch that down.
They're writing it down.
Write
There's
it
no
down, write it
doubt.
down.
I'm grateful.
Oh,
There's no
man,
doubt.
you know, Hey, welcome back to the Praise Radio Show. We took a little behind the scene break.
Praise Radio Show.
We were doing a little behind the scene breaker, you know, and breaker, yeah. It's the 50th anniversary celebration
Of hip-hop.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, you saw that?
Yeah, you know,
It wasn't even planned.
They would have thought that was planned, but that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, plan. See, things just come.
And he got the chain on.
Yeah, I got the chain.
Representing 50
Watch
years
the
of
match,
hip hop.
You know, like, you know, we hip hopping, you know, but right now we sitting down. You know?
I'm about to give somebody an idea if it hasn't happened in your state already. But what I have not seen during 50 years of hip hop celebrations, Christian hip hop concerts, like just straight
It's coming.
gospel
But has that
hip
been around
hop.
for 50 years?
Hip hop.
No,
It's still hip hop.
Christian hip-hop.
No.
It don't matter. It's still hip hop. There's different genres of music within that have done music with hip hop artists, but it's still hip hop. It's not that it's gospel. That's like if somebody, you know, they have R&B, hip hop. Some people like rock. It's gospel music in
Soca.
terms of the lyric, but it's still R&B, hip hop, rock. So I mean, I know gospel artists have been still doing concerts and so on and so forth, but I have not heard of any gospel artists that have done tribute to 50 years of hip hop.
Richard Dolphin.
So Richard Dolphin.
Richard Dolphin.
Richard Dolphin. He should do it. He should do it. I'm gonna call you.
It's already
Richard
on the
Dolphin.
scene. It's already being done.
Call him
But
out.
I did speak to I spoke with MC Nice, who's been in the industry for years. And I mean, there's a lot of gospel hip hop artists that have been in the game for a while, not 50 years maybe, but for a while. But at the end of the day, if there was no hip hop, there would be no gospel hip hop because it's still hip hop. It's just a matter of, just like any other genre of music, they're singing to the Lord. And some still even telling their story while giving the glory to God. So
In the
I
80s, I
would
used
like
to-
to see that.
In the 80s, I used to manage a group called the Incredible Trio. And they was a young...
They were gospel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know. Well, no,
Incredible
that wasn't
Trio?
really. No, they
You
wasn't.
making up
There was
stuff?
yeah, I'm making it up.
You just got-
But what I'm saying, I used to manage a group called Incredible Trio,
What does that have to do with hip hop?
because they were rappers.
But I just
One
said
rapped in his, because you didn't hear Spanish back then, rap, and they were one of the first groups to kind of introduce it. So one did Spanish, and the other two brothers did their thing. It was really cool.
let me try this again. They
They
did
did
hip hop,
their
but they
thing.
didn't do gospel.
No, it wasn't gospel.
Okay. My cousin was a rapper and
about
he
that, yeah.
rapped in Spanish. So
Oh, okay, there.
yes. And he's very, very, very popular in Puerto Rico.
See.
Extremely.
See.
Back in the 80s and the 90s.
See.
So
See.
that part. Period. Okay. Shout out to the Bruley family. Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
He threw me because we was talking hip hop, and then he started talking about his group. So I'm thinking his group. We was talking about gospel hip hop. I'm thinking your group did gospel hip hop. He like no. So anyway,
but I did have a gospel hip hop group from Harlem Tabernacle. But the brother now he's solo. His name is Jazz. You probably seen it on Facebook and all that. And
I just know DJ Jazzy Jeff.
No.
That's
This
not
was
him?
a gospel group that
gospel.
and I managed them for a while too. Back when I was going to Harlem Tabernacle Church, and that's where I met these
Say
brothers
church.
from. Church, that's where I met these brothers from the church. And they needed a promoter, back then, so I PR'd for them and managed
Oh, nice.
for a while. Yeah.
Fancy, huh?
Yep, man, we had the church. We had the church rocking in the church.
The church.
The church.
That's how y'all danced?
Yeah.
Off of the
didn't
hip
know-
hop?
They didn't know the twership back then.
Let me tell you. He made up a dance. Okay? Was this in response to twerking?
Yes.
Your dance?
Yes. Just like you got regular hip hop, like you're talking
Right.
about, then you got gospel
Gospel.
hip hop. So
Right.
there was the twerk, and now there's the twership.
Would you like to show the people how to do the twerk?
No,
Hold your
no,
mic.
no.
You not,
not
they
right
not
now.
ready?
They're not ready for the twerk
twerk
show.
Why do you have to say it like that?
They're not ready for the twerk show.
That was the twerk, and then I was, yo, I don't know what's happening
my
on this show.
goodness.
And
All
from
right.
moment to moment, we don't know what's happening on this show. This show's
we
not
here.
scripted. Can you tell?
We showed
Right.
up.
We showed up. So I have some questions for you guys.
All right, let's go.
Let's
What?
do
Wait
it.
a minute. She said, "Let's go."
She
Not
did.
Miss
Because
Runaway?
usually
Yeah.
when I
She'll
say
run
I have
away from a
questions, she'd be like,
question.
"No, we're not doing this."
Yeah, right.
No,
That's
I don't
'cause
trust
didn't hear
you.
the questions yet. Let's see
No.
what the questions are. Because
All right.
sometimes she don't, she does not. Sorry, that's not good English. She does not play fair. So let's see what these questions are. Because I
Okay.
could still
Well,
say,
these are not questions that I
nope.
wrote myself, so you might be safe.
See?
I didn't
long
write.
as you
I
know.
did not come up with these
As
questions.
long as you know.
Why?
Why?
Do some people prefer to avoid conflict rather than addressing the issue directly? Don't look at your neighbor. We ain't say look at your neighbor. Look,
No cheating.
don't look at your neighbor and try to say they the ones. Don't look. Don't even look. Just
Now
look
read the
straight.
question
If
again.
it's you, don't move.
One more again.
Why do some people prefer to avoid conflict rather than addressing the issue directly?
Oh, there's a few reasons. Well, one, they don't know how to handle the conflict. That could be one. One of the most important ones. So they rather avoid it totally. You know what I'm saying? The other one is they'll flip it.
They the flippers. I
Yeah.
know them. They the
Yeah,
flippers.
yeah, they're
I
flippers.
know them.
them.
Flippers.
Yo,
I know.
y'all are something
I
else.
know them flip the scrippers.
Yeah.
I know them. Some people just don't handle conflict well, but I think avoiding the issues don't make the issues go away.
Right.
Period.
True that.
But some people don't handle conflict well, and they just rather, like you said, avoid it at all costs. But
Yeah, here's $100.
you just gonna keep coming right back around to it if you don't resolve the issue. Come up with some type of resolve. Some people, when you're addressing it in the moment, they're trying to get their story together. Okay, they ain't got time to answer you right now. They trying to get their story together and be like, okay,
The story
dang
or
it.
their lie?
Yes, that's the story.
That's the story. Huh? That's the story.
It
huh?
depends on if you believe it or not, or if
Right.
they get caught.
Both.
Right, both. But what are your thoughts on why people don't address it in
Some
the
people
moment?
just don't want to go to jail.
Oh yeah,
It's like they don't make the right food there for me.
They don't make the right food. Wow.
They don't,
have
have the right
chips.
food there for me. They're gonna lock the gate behind me.
right.
They're gonna turn the lights off when they get ready. I'm
Yeah,
not.
that's
So
not.
for me, it's like, And I just think that I think the older I get,
The more you realize they don't have the right food.
Right, that too.
More she don't wanna go to jail.
Right. One, I don't want to go to jail. I do not want to go to jail. I pride myself on. I'm like, I've never been locked up. God, thank you. And I don't want to go now because they still not making the right food. Like I don't. They used to, when I was growing
Yeah.
up, they used to say 3 hots in a cot. No, I don't want that. No,
want no
thank
parts
you.
of that?
I don't want no parts of that. And I just think the older I get, I just want peace. It's like I want peace. But I think that you should be able to have a conversation. Because if I don't
Yes.
have a conversation, if you're doing something and I don't let you know what you're doing, you're just going to keep doing it.
Right.
And if you just keep doing it and I've never explained to you how it affects me or how it bothers
Right,
me,
how-
like you said,
how do we get past
it's
it?
still a problem. Right.
Right.
And then I'm closer to jail.
Or we.
And go to the gym.
You know?
We'll take your own food.
Right. No, because
Bring your own brown bag.
You can't. You can't. I mean,
Or
you could get a
you
box.
address it with the person. You tell them how you feel, and then that's where
Nothing
it goes, and
changes.
that's where it
Right.
stays because they are not ready to deal with it in that moment. Your feelings, like sometimes, whether it's just you have some people that may not care, but then you have others that avoid the conflict because they do feel bad about how they made the person feel in that moment. And it's hard for them to sit there and have those conversations. And then others are sitting there trying to think of their stories. Trying to
Like
think of
he
these
said.
stories.
And
And
that's
The flippers.
conflicts are not always bad. All conflicts are
Here
not
he
always
go
bad.
trying to have the deep mic.
I think it's you have
Okay,
to
so
mature.
go for it. What you mean? Yeah.
Like you have to mature. To be able to have a conversation or to be able to address something, you just have to be mature on both levels. Because maturity
Agreed.
is what's going to keep you out of jail. Right? Maturity. Because for me, it's I don't want to go. I don't want to
You
go
don't look good in
there.
orange? You
I
don't
don't
look good
want
in
to go.
orange?
I look very good in
orange.
orange.
Oh,
That
well, then
is
you should be all
my
right.
favorite color.
No.
But what if they not
She
giving
may
out
look
that
too
color?
good to somebody in orange.
everybody's
and then she
not
locked
in
in with
orange.
them.
Well, then you let them know. Look, I ain't wearing this if y'all don't give me orange.
First of all, like I said,
This
I'm
is
not
getting
going.
crazy.
I don't want to go.
Okay.
But I really think it boils down to maturity because either way, right? Because if I have a conversation with you and then you try to make it seem like it's me, that's going to be a problem. If I have a conversation with you and then nothing changes, that's going to be a problem. So both of us need to be mature enough
Right.
to have a conversation about whatever the conflict is.
Well,
and
leave-
if we're not,
Right.
but leaving it alone, we're not addressing the problem.
But
so it's still a
until
conflict.
Not so
you're
much
ready.
leave it at-
Until
well-
you're ready to come back. Because
Yeah.
sometimes people will ask you a question. I've asked people questions and I'm still waiting for the answers. Because a lot of times, I am 10 years later.
At some point, just let it go.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
They didn't give you the answer in 10 years.
But that's the reason why I say they don't always have to be bad because in relationships, there are conflicts in the beginning. Was the word. And the word was no.
See what I'm saying?
No,
took a turn.
because if you're
Everything is a
trying,
joke around here.
if you're trying to get with someone, right, and it becomes
trying to get with them. You're changing the storyline.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
trying
no.
to get
no,
with
you
someone.
didn't let me finish. You let me finish.
Get to the
The
next
conflict
question.
comes
No,
because
this
I'm
getting
trying to
crazy.
show a softer side of conflict.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if you're trying to be with someone,
He cracked himself up. I've never seen nobody laugh at their own joke. So much
If you're
in my
trying
life.
if you're trying to be with someone, the conflict is if they don't want to be with you, then you have conflicting feelings and conflicting emotions going back and forth. So you have to figure out a way how to minimize that to the degree. I'm not talking to anybody in particular, but I'm just saying.
Is this about your friend again? Because we had this conversation in another show. My friend has a problem with rejection.
No, but that brings
That's what he said.
a softer side to it. I mean, there are rugged conflicts and there are softer conflicts. And now, a word from our sponsor.
Okay, so it brings me to the next question. Do you think, how people always say, don't burn bridges? Well, do you think it's important sometimes to burn bridges?
Then you go to jail. See, we back to jail again. Because that's called arson. That's called
I
arson.
didn't mean literally.
That's called.
I did not mean literally.
Oh, my bad.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I just want to get through this question. Do you think it is important sometimes to
burn it.
end some
Down to the
Oh.
ground.
in some
okay.
relationships, in some situations?
You have to.
Do you have to burn bridges sometimes?
But it's
Because we're
hard.
always told not to. But do you have to?
But who said that? Who
Yeah.
told you don't burn bridges?
Just the people been saying it
'Cause
all throughout
sometimes
life.
I might,
You
I
have
might
to
get
burn
over the
bridges
bridge.
sometimes.
I'm going to flick this
Set
snatch
that.
back.
What if the
So
killer?
you
What if the
can't
killer?
come
What if you ran across that bridge and the killer's chasing
killer?
you?
What is happening
Then she going
on
to
the
jail.
show?
Then she going to jail because she gonna burn the bridge.
No, I'm gonna
Burn it
the bridge.
down.
So you never watch the movies and they go across that little fake bridge and they get to the other side and then
Is
they
this a real
untie
show?
it.
I just need to know, am I being punked? Is this a real show today?
No,
Did
really.
you guys
So the killer
say-
is after them, and they're running,
Yeah.
running,
What?
and then they get to the other side of the Wiggly Bridge,
Yeah.
and then they untie it and throw it, and then the killer can't come that
So
way.
here's my question: where's the guy who untied the bridge? Uh-huh.
I just said they got to the other side
Right.
and untied it, so the killer can't get to them.
This
But
is
the
not a
killer
real
is can't get to them. But
It's
what
no way
happened
this
to
is
them?
a real show. It's no
They
way.
ran off.
How do you know?
I watched them.
How did the show end?
The killer came back to them.
Okay, so
The killer felt the way around the bridge because they didn't burn it. Because then he would have been coming across. He would have got caught.
I see.
Yeah, he got caught in the flames. But we ain't trying to go to jail, so
Yeah.
the little jokey joke.
Yeah.
But anyway, and it's a Christian show, so we ain't burning the
Yeah,
killer.
so we ain't bad. We know arsonists.
Right, we just gonna get away.
Yeah.
Now, is it necessary to burn bridges sometimes?
Yeah, no, I think to end relationships, and to me, it is so hard. I don't know why, but do you feel like you're gonna miss something? Do you feel like you're gonna miss them? Do you feel that there's a way to resolute it? That means resolution. I just cut it short. I burnt the rest of the letters. Yeah.
Happening.
So that might be the only problem I see, because there's some relationships that I need, and then you know what? Sometimes God snatch them away from you. You ever had like me? My phone used to ring off the hook. Now I gotta look to see if it's working.
You sure that's because God snatched people away? Are you sure?
We blame everything on God. And if it ain't God, it's Satan. It's like,
Now I don't blame Satan for nothing, 'cause he on vacation, so I don't even blame him for nothing.
What?
But no, sometimes you
on fake.
you ever notice that though? You never notice that your contacts slowly disappear as you Joy's word is as you mature. Things happen. Sometimes you don't directly burn the bridge, but the bridge get burnt by itself from propane.
So anyway, back to this question. I'm gonna just go ahead and answer the darn question myself. Come over it. So I feel it is necessary sometimes to burn those bridges, because sometimes every relationship isn't for you and you not for everybody. But at the end of the day, especially if someone is not, you're not for everybody. We're not dealing with you and your rejection, friend.
I'm dropping the mic.
But sometimes it is okay to, have to shut things down and let things go and walk away and not look back and close those doors and nail it. No. We're not talking about how difficult it may be, especially if it's someone that you really do love. It is going to be difficult. Nobody promised you're not going to have no difficult moments in life.
That's
nobody. You want to answer? Shall we move on to the next one?
So the thing that came to mind, because I was thinking about this the other day, and I was thinking about how when they say a reason, a season, and a lifetime, and they say sometimes people come into your life for one of the three, right? And sometimes we want to hold on to stuff, as you said. We want, like, everything's not going to be a lifetime. It's just not. You want things to be a lifetime, but some stuff is just not. And when it no longer serves you, I guess, and maybe that serves a purpose, or like, I'm quick to say, if it's going to cost me my peace, you have to go. I don't care who it is. If it's going to cost me my peace, you have to go. Like,
I
you
feel like
cannot,
that goes back to maturity.
you
too.
can't stay here and mess
Right.
up my peace. if you're not a safe place for me to land, like
Right.
I can't. And I feel like people come with their toxicity and their nonsense, and you are like, wait a minute, hold up, because before you try to enter into my little bubble, I was over here in a peaceful
business.
place, you know.
Right.
So sometimes it's like you just even being able to, I guess, dissect that. Everybody's not here forever. That's a hard thing to think about, because we really want to hold on to people and hold on to things, but I think that's like the circle of life, you know, like even when you think about it, you know, everybody that we started this journey with is not still here. And if
In one form or another,
when they're not understanding, okay, this might have been a reason, or this might have been a season, right? Whatever my lifetime is that's not going anywhere. I'm not gonna have to burn that bridge because you're here for a lifetime. But the other things, like, okay, and sometimes, when I get to the other side, before you come running over here with your foolishness, here goes this match. And now the bridge is burnt. Like, don't come back over here. Don't come over here.
We're gonna take another break, okay?
Yeah.
So we can get some lawyers on the phone, so we can make
I'm
sure
not going to jail, y'all.
She's protected. Yeah.
I'm not.
she's not going. Absolutely
It's
not.
not
If you're
for
out
me.
there
It's
and
not
you can help
happening.
us, call 9-1119-1199. Okay, we appreciate
And
that.
I'm not
you
making
nervous?
fun of the
Are
people
you
that
nervous?
do go to jail, but it's just not for me. Like, you got to know what's not for you. This show's stressing me out. Is this a real
We're
show?
gonna take a break. We will be back.
Don't touch that down.
Please enjoy.
Welcome back to the Praise Radio Show, where I'm still trying to figure out if this is a real show or not.
What?
Because they have come today with jokes on jokes
I have
on jokes.
no jokes. I'll be serious.
Yeah, this is me.
This is you.
No, this
Okay.
is you. This is true, but that don't mean you don't have jokes.
Well, no, that's
You-
natural.
Right.
Yeah, that's natural.
Absolutely.
Just like my hair.
Naturally, no.
See what I'm
Here
saying?
we go.
Do y'all
But
see
he still
what
Wait a
I'm
minute.
he still
saying?
got
Come
that
on
hair
now.
behind it.
Come on. See,
He
come
still
on.
got that hair behind his ear. He
I
won't
saw
remove it.
somebody else like that the other day at a funeral.
Oh, wait, they weren't laying it again.
Why is cousin calling during the show? Cousin, we are on air, and so are you.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Just say hi, everyone.
Did you get my text? I'm not rushing you down. I felt like
What? Is this part of the show?
Oh, you're not rushing. What are you talking about?
Is this a real show?
Oh no, we still
I
doing
need
our
to know
show,
if this is a
cousin.
real show.
Yeah, we got to talk to you a little later, cuz.
all right, God bless.
God bless.
God bless.
Bye.
said, "God bless," because it's a Christian show.
I can't.
Joker, she don't never say that. Oh my gosh.
Hallelujah. See?
You have another question for
Family
us,
is
ma'am?
amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. Richard C. Knowles brought up something, and he said that, a lot of times we blame the enemy for everything, right? But do we sometimes give credit to, I think we give a whole lot of credit, first of all, and a whole lot of attention to the devil. The devil did it. The enemy did it,
Richard C.
But-
said he on vacation.
He said he on vacation. So if anything is happening right now, don't blame him because he's on vacation.
That's right.
According to Uncle Rich.
That's right. Enemy
He's on vacation.
He on
He
vacation.
ain't on vacation.
Don't even say his name.
Don't even
give
say
him
it.
credit.
But do you think sometimes, people will say the enemy did something when life is not working out the way they feel it should work out, but it's not the enemy at all? They're giving him credit for something that God is doing in your life in the moment?
Not even necessarily God is doing it. Sometimes we got to look out for the inner me.
Well, we're not even talking about that. We're
Oh.
not even talking about that right now. Absolutely.
Well, God's
But
not allowed
what I'm
things to
saying
happen.
is sometimes if there's something that's not meant, for you to have, it may get snatched from you. Sometimes God will allow you to go through a situation because you done begged, cried, pleaded, and asked for it. And as a good parent, okay, I've warned you. I told you. You read it. I won't be to the death of you, so go for it. And let's see how it works out for you. But sometimes we'll, be going through something throughout our day and it don't work out like that. Or I know a friend of mine's during 9/11, she was trying to get the work, like Her child was, causing her to be late because he was acting up. Traffic, everything, appeared to be going wrong that day for her. And she wind up getting to work late. She got to work after the towers fell. So sometimes I feel like we'll be sitting in traffic and we'll be complaining and we have to be somewhere. And it's like, yo, the devil's always busy, man. I have to get to this appointment. And then you get to the appointment and everybody there is getting locked up and going to jail.
See what I'm saying? Why?
They go to jail again.
Why?
But you didn't go.
Why are they
You
going
didn't
to jail?
go because all that traffic
Why?
was in front of you. And you sitting there and you blaming the devil. It wasn't the devil, God.
Situational circumstances.
Situational circumstance.
Life.
Some stuff
Yeah,
is
that's
just
what
life.
situational
But sometimes
circumstance.
God will look out. A lot of times, I speak for me. Sometimes God look out for me. And because it's not the way that my mind perceives, or because I don't see the end result, I'm not quick to always be like it's the enemy. But in that moment, I may fuss, I can't find that shoe in the moment, or, that you didn't get that job you wanted. But then bigger and better opportunity comes along, and it's like, dang it, I'm so happy because if I would have took that job, I would have never had this opportunity.
Right.
But in the moment of the situation, a lot of times, sometimes people will blame that situation on the enemy. And it's like, no.
God is the manufacturer. Jesus is the maker. Holy Spirit is the orchestrator. And so.
And Miss Joy's the baker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Candlestick maker.
This can't be a
But this.
and y'all are punking me.
Yeah.
I can't even wait for this one to air because I need to see if it really airs. Because what is happening?
He was rhyming. It's 50 years of hip hop.
So what I'm saying is that things will occur, but the Holy Spirit is inside of us to lead us and guide us in the direction in which we need to go. It's whether or not we hear Him speaking. Soft.
Are you praise dancing while you're talking right now?
Hallelujah. So when
Let me find another question. Maybe this question was just.
It's not always the enemy and the enemy, but we got to remember God allowed things to happen. All you got to do is read the book of Job. That's all we got to do. Read the book of Job.
Some stuff is just life.
Yeah.
And I
stuff
think
like
people
be
are
life.
quick. People are very quick to say, God told me, or Satan
Man,
did this,
people be
or
hearing
and-
from him like all the time.
Like,
And I be like, you don't be talking
talk
to
to
me
you
like
all the
that.
time like that. He
Like,
always
wow.
got something to say to
Do you
you.
ever get some sleep? No.
Like, sheesh. So I just, I don't. Some stuff is just life.
Some stuff is just life. Some stuff we put ourselves in a situation. Other things God is looking out. Other things God is allowing.
That's right.
And there are some things that might be the enemy. And even in those situations, you may have opened the door. You may have entertained.
listen.
You may have invited him in.
Whatever
that
he
moment.
come with, I'm like, you go
But
talk to my father.
I'll be trying to talk to him.
Don't come over here. Don't come over here.
Right. I don't even want
Go
to
talk
deal
to my
with you.
father.
So,
They say when He knock on the door, send Jesus to answer it.
oh no.
Come
Because
on,
you
then.
got to put a note on your door.
What? No.
Don't knock here.
Don't knock here. Don't knock here. Jesus live here. Man.
Don't knock
You know what I'm saying?
here. Period.
All right. What's the other question?
I got a lot.
Next.
I always have questions.
Let's have
Come
to
on, man, bring it
We
on.
know.
Don't be like
Bring it
that.
on. Joy got all the answers.
And she doesn't.
Main answer is jail.
Yo, you trying to trigger me. Trying to set me over the edge. Anybody got a match?
Yeah. See, there she go.
Burn the bridge.
999-9119.
She gonna burn your bridge.
She gonna burn that
You
bridge.
better get off it. Okay, so what motivates individuals to set and pursue
Fire?
ambitious
Oh.
goals?
Okay, go ahead. What's that? What?
What motivates people to pursue their goals? Because a lot of people set goals but don't necessarily pursue them. Some
Passion.
people start pursuing them. Okay.
Passion. It has to be passion. I mean, for me anyway. Because if you're passionate about something, you're not going to be lackadaisical about it. You're not going to be, what's that word when you just ho-humming and yeah. What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know, because sometimes you make up words and I'm not sure you're looking for a real
No,
one.
I'm looking for a real word this
Okay.
time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you're not passionate about something, you'll make excuses, of not doing it or not fulfilling it. Like we all have goals. How many of us? Well, you're in your goal. Joy's passionate about her baking, even though she works for a living as a teacher, but her passion is in her baking, because you can tell she's always recreating and all that. Your passion is people, and so you've created a platform for people. My passion is to know your business, and I do.
What was that last one?
My passion is to know your business, and I do. See, I just told you.
You know my business?
Yeah, I just told your passion. That's your business. That's business.
I don't know what's happening. Shall we move on to the next one? Okay.
No, she ain't answering.
She may not want to answer that one.
Yes, she do. Look at that.
Oh, she said move on to the next one.
I'm trying to think.
She's thinking.
Why?
She's a thinker.
But I think that was a good answer. I think that was a good answer. Like passion, right?
Yeah.
Passion will push you.
See how she said it?
Yeah.
Right. I was trying to think of, do I have a different way? A different way. Yo, this is not a real show.
I'm trying to not laugh.
Praise radio show.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
We praise.
I don't know
Right.
what's happening.
We got joy today.
Yeah. Oh, yes, we do.
Joy,
Yeah,
joy.
yeah,
Down
joy.
in my soul.
Oh, come on, man.
Down in my soul. Down in my soul to stay.
Now, word from our sponsor.
Please.
She said, please.
Yeah.
So,
Which
the
else?
next
I think that
question-
was a good one. Passion to help you with your goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the thing that stops me sometimes is laziness. And just like, I don't know, like you have to be able to push even when you don't feel like it. Sometimes you just
Absolutely.
don't feel like it.
Yes,
and so
indeed.
you'll have a goal, but I don't feel like it. And I think that sometimes it's okay to not feel like it today. It's not okay to not feel like it every day. But
you can't.
because then you'll never reach your goal.
That's right. That's right. And it takes away your passion, but I still can't think of that word. Probably by the end of the show I'll have it.
All right.
But y'all know what I'm talking about.
When you say it.
We
It's
we don't
It's almost
right
like
now.
being lazy. It's almost like putting off for today.
Procrastination?
Yeah. Thank you.
So I get a prize.
Yeah.
because you-
Joy, where's that water you bought in?
Wow. I brought the water.
Oh, okay. What's your prize?
Wow.
Yeah.
Just wow.
What?
Wow. All right, so here's another question. Have you ever met someone that fights very hard to give off the perfection perception?
Ooh. That's not
No matter what you say, like,
They got the perfect answer.
well, not even just that they have the perfect answer, but they have the best job out of everyone in the room. Or if you say you work somewhere, then guess what? They've worked there too. Or they currently, work there as well, but in another state, because you don't know those people. Or or they've done all these great things in life, they've rescued people out of fires, and they, did all these amazing things, and they were at Montgomery. Okay? Yes, they jumped in the fight.
In that
They
fight?
always did amazing things. What? And you know that they're not telling the truth. This is a real show. That's a real question. Like, do you know anybody like that?
There's always people out there like that. That's why you can speak of it. So
Oh no, yeah, I know
There's
people like
always
that. I'm related
people-
to somebody
There's
like that.
always people like that. The funny thing about that is I heard a joke about that, like on my way here. And this,
Oh, are you serious?
yeah, the man said that's Oprah. He was
Really?
like, Oprah's like that. When you have a show, you're like, I did this, and Oprah said, I did that too. I did that too. And I was in the car like laughing, and it's like, yo, this is really, now that's the question that you have.
We're not
for
talking
us?
about you.
Not at all.
Look at her face. We're not talking about you. We're talking about what the man said.
All right.
Okay? Terrible man.
There is a saying for a person like that. They said, now, y'all might have heard this, so I might be saying it wrong, so correct me if you can.
We will.
If you walk in a room and you the smartest person in that room, then you need to. How does the end go? Then you're really not the smartest person.
Absolutely. And usually people use that phrase pertaining to you being the boss, you being in business. And if you're the smartest person in the room, you're not, because your business is always going to hit the ceiling at whatever your mindset is, whatever your best creative thoughts are. So you're always supposed to have people around you.
Nothing. Right.
You're not going to learn
Right.
nothing.
You're
You
not
should
gonna
always
learn
have somebody around you that have something else to contribute to the storyline. But you have some people, I don't know if maybe it's childhood trauma and they felt like they never stood out as a child, so they always have to shine, wherever they go. I don't know if it's a form of narcissism, if they just, playing a game with themselves to see, who in the room will catch me in my story today. But but I've experienced it with different people on different levels. Like, you ever have that person, you are sharing a story about a store, they built a new store down on, Fifth Avenue. And they like, oh yeah, I passed it by when they were first building it, so I knew about it. Oh, pastor not coming to church today. Oh, I know. He told me early. I already knew that. Like, they have to be the first to know everything.
And it's okay.
And they have all the answers. Now, see, my personality, I'll let you live, because I have this philosophy. If you want to say you are the president of the United States, who am I to say
Like the
you're
person
not?
right there. If you
Who am I to say they're not? If you say, oh, you have done everything on God's green earth. Oh, you a farmer? Me? I used to farm. I used to farm too. Oh my gosh, you're an actor? I used to act. Like, if that is what you want to believe, right, who am I to tell you that you are not all those people in your world?
right.
In your world, because so
Don't
long as
judge
you're
me.
next to me, right? I won't. Richard C. knows. I won't. But I have other friends that have been in these moments with me, and they get frustrated because they're like, now, why didn't you say nothing? You know
no
darn
need.
well that he didn't do all that. And it's like,
no
so
need.
what?
Right.
Like, as long as it's not hurting no one. Now, if we're in a room and you're going on and it's making other people feel bad, whatever you're lying or bragging about, that may be a little different. Especially if I am in control of the room. It's my event and you're going around, spreading like information or lies or whatever the case, then yes. But other than that, you go ahead and be you. You be you. And if
And
you
that's
want to
the
know
thing.
first, who cares? Matter of fact, I'll make sure I tell you first. So you
have
can
to
know
let people
first.
be who they are. You have to. You have to. You have to. Whoever you are, you have to let people be who they are. Like, so I can't get upset about that, because that's
No.
who you are.
And if you don't like it, then burn that bridge.
Then I don't come. Right.
And right.
And if you don't, that's our new
Right.
line. And if you don't like it, where's the match?
Right. Run across that bridge.
She's not the
Burn
show
it.
next week. We know what.
She gonna be on this show because she already told you she ain't going to prison. What is wrong with you?
I cannot.
Oh my gosh.
Find you eventually.
I cannot.
Mm.
I cannot. No.
So
You have to let people be who they are.
you do. You
I'm telling
do.
you, as I am evolving in life, I don't have to prove that you're wrong. I don't have to. If that's like, I have to let you be who you are. Like,
And some people are really entertaining to me. So it's like, especially if your story is really great and colorful and, you and your family had this elaborate lifestyle and, your dad is the king of Zamunda, but y'all live in New York now, so you can't tell anybody.
Coming to America?
But you love me, so you're just telling me, and you're technically the princess of Zamunda. Your mom's the queen. And let me tell you, I think that story is so colorful. I'm with it. I'm with all of it. Like, yes, queen. Yes, princess. Okay. I'm not going to tell you you're not the princess. You know darn well you're not the princess. Why do I need to tell you? You going to ask for a quarter from the princess? You tripping. A quarter? She the princess. She the princess. She got gold bars.
Oh, man.
You better do better.
Bars, like in jail?
No, bars like in 50 years of hip hop.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2.
No. No.
There was a bar.
That was not a bar.
They serving drinks.
do you have
Oh.
another drinks?
Yeah, that she said the bar.
The what?
The bar. That is different kind of bars.
Oh, do you have another question? That is, do you have another question for this show?
I do.
Do I do?
Why do some people? I don't want you to sing no more on the show.
You do.
You go ahead and be a singer.
When
You know what? I take that
I
back.
do.
He thinks he can sing. You be a singer.
I love you. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you very much.
I don't know what happened.
You can call into Praise Radio Show.
So, why do you think that some people constantly end up in toxic relationships?
Because they're toxic.
Okay.
That's one reason. That's not
That's just one, right? Okay.
toxicity.
Okay, like you better go ahead and say that
Toxicity
word.
draws toxicity.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it could be a number of different answers to that question. And I
yeah.
think it kind of even, I guess, as I'm thinking, like tying back to what the question was before that, like everybody comes with baggage. And I think that, like, my motto right about now is I'm trying to be this peaceful person. It's like, you have to give grace. Like, just give grace.
Yeah.
Give grace. Give grace. Like you said, you the princess of
Zamunda.
Wherever. Just grace. Like, let you be
Yes.
who you are. And I think that even, like, in relationships, it's like sometimes you pick what you've seen. Right? So that's
Hoping
my
it'll
baggage.
change. Hoping it'll change.
Not even if you hoping it would change. It's like, it's what I know. It's like, so I was just having a conversation with someone about this, as a matter of fact, and we were talking about how, now I'm trying to remember exactly how this conversation went. But the bottom line was, my dad wasn't confrontational. My dad was like easygoing. My dad took care of what needed to be taken care of. So when I'm looking for a partner,
Gotcha.
I'm looking for
That characteristic.
what I've been introduced to, right? My cousin said her dad always was like the life of the party. Her dad always gave more energy outside of the house than in the house. When she chose, that's what she chose. So now we're sitting and we're having this conversation of like, okay, how did I end up with who I ended up with? It was based on what I saw. How did she end up with who she ended up with? It was based on what she saw. And then when I look at, like, okay, growing up, like, it was certain things that I saw in my household where I was like, okay, I know I don't want that. I know I don't want that. I know I don't want that. I don't know exactly how we pick and choose of what, what I because it's like, okay, when it came to my dad, it was like, that looked like a good thing. Like, you don't fight, you don't argue, you don't. But in all reality, then as I grew up, for me, it's like, no, I don't want a man that's not going to stand up for me. I don't want that. Like, at the end of the day, and I love my father to death, but like, my dad was not one that made me feel safe.
Okay.
Right? So even when I chose, I didn't choose a man that made me feel safe. Right? Because my mother was one that could handle stuff. I became that. Right? So it's like, you're saying like, okay, toxicity. So maybe, I don't know if I'm on the bridge now and y'all want to burn it. I'm not too sure. But
We ain't going to jail for you.
right. I think you choose sometimes like what you've seen until you sit and you think about it. Like where I am now, I still would want a man, yes, that takes care of things, that goes to work and like, but I don't want somebody that doesn't make me feel safe. I don't want that at all. I don't, I don't. But like my dad was not confrontational. So my mom could say and do whatever she wanted. And he'd like, no, tell her sit down. Tell her be quiet. Tell her stop. Like,
Right, I
like
get
you
what you're
shouldn't just
saying.
like what is happening. She just could do whatever she want. But so now it's like, okay, I'm older and old enough to say, okay, I still would want someone that does this or does this, but that not making me feel safe and not standing up for me, I don't want that. I don't want that at
So
all.
are you prioritizing your desires? Because I'm listening to you, and the only thing seem like you don't want is the person not to make you feel safe.
No, that's a piece of it.
Right.
She didn't ask me my whole list, because if I let the scroll down of what I wanted him to look like,
Right.
it'd be like, oh,
I know.
okay.
Be right. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, yeah.
Scroll
But,
would be pretty long, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying like a piece of the puzzle. I'm not saying the whole
He-
puzzle
right.
of like
But
what
no,
is
I'm saying
the
you're
resume
prioritizing.
of the man that I want. But I'm saying that when you see people do these things, they be like, okay, when God was creating the person, and then you show them, he's like they're pouring in like the things of like,
Right, those-
so if I was building a man,
Right.
I'm just saying that would have to be one of the things that's in there. I have to feel safe. I
Right,
should
but-
not have to.
But that's why I'm asking you. So you have a prioritizing of how you want to see your man, but that safety has to be in that prioritizing. Because you said one that's gonna, what's the list you gave? You gave a few things. He's gonna come home. He's gonna be
I didn't
bald.
say that.
She just said one thing.
What in the
Oh,
world?
she did? Okay. Well,
He's going to come home.
I mean,
He
it'd be
would
nice.
want to come home
Right.
because there won't be no home to come
home
to.
But I'm
like,
just giving dots at what it is, because
you're
sound
making
like,
up stuff.
No, sound like from what I'm hearing is that there's an order in what you're looking for.
No, I'm not
so that
saying
the relationship
No, that's
is
just-
I'm
toxic.
saying if we had a pot and we were building,
Mixing.
Right.
that has to
The
be in
ingredients
there.
she
That doesn't
desires.
have to be the top of the list,
No, I
because
didn't
that's
say-
prioritized. Yes.
No, I say prioritizing.
That's what I just said.
Not
That is
priority.
prioritizing.
She the teacher.
That's what I said. Prioritizing.
You trying to-
I'm the
That's what I said.
He winked at me and said,
I
"I'm the
saw. I
learner."
heard him. I heard him, and then I looked over here at the
Try
camera.
some
You looking at the
muscles too.
list?
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
At
Let me
the
see.
camera.
See?
Right.
And if you believe you have muscles and you don't, who am I?
That's right.
Who am
you
I?
gotta let people be who they
You
are.
let them be who
Yeah.
they are.
Trying to tell you now.
And on that note,
Right.
we're gonna let you be for a minute.
Ooh,
You
that
gonna
was
have
cute.
a break.
That was
All
cute.
right, get you some snacks.
Okay. And
All
don't
right.
touch that down.
You may just need to woosah from all of this. We understand.
From us.
Yes.
No,
and
from them.
we'll be
Them.
back.
Them.
Yeah. If he wants to think it's not him.
It's not me, it's them. Whoa, man. How y'all doing out there? Guess where y'all tuned back into? Yeah, right. The Pray Radio Show. We was right here waiting for y'all. Or y'all was waiting for us. So however it go, we was all waiting. What you got to say?
What you got to say? What you got to say about
What you
this?
got to say about this? Huh?
Ay, ay,
Ay,
ay.
ay, ay.
So you know what I was thinking the other day? Not even the other day. What? Yes, I be thinking sometimes. I
Wow.
was thinking.
No, I was going to tell you what you was thinking.
What was I thinking?
I don't know. Once you tell me, then I can tell you.
You know what I was thinking the other day? Because I'm confused. Just how much we take for granted, and how many things, how much life has changed drastically just from being younger to now. But even I was listening to a preacher earlier, and it's amazing because I went to sleep and I still heard him preaching in my sleep. So in my sleep, it was a pastor walking around the room and he was preaching. And when I woke up, I didn't realize I was still hearing what was going on the television. But as I was walking around and getting ready for today, I just started thinking and imagining different things. He was talking about the woman at the well. And I was like, we got a bottle of water. Imagine if you had to walk to the well to get your water today. Imagine if. And imagine if that well was like a 20-minute, 30-minute walk just to get that water. Imagine if you didn't have no help and you had to go all by yourself. The only thing you could drink is what you bring back.
And you had to take a bath with it?
See, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. drink the water. You got to share it with people. If you got family in the house.
No, they better go get their own because I don't want.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
And she's so.
Don't live in her. Don't
and
live in
she's
her
selfish.
house. Don't live in her house, so you don't get no water.
No, but I was thinking about that. Like, what if you had to walk to get your water?
And they did back in the day.
Some people still do.
That's
Absolutely. What if you had to walk like a mile to get your favorite meal, only to get back home and
Find out
it's
someone
not
cooked.
what you asked for?
Oh, that's
Girl.
happened.
Well, I
I'm
would.
sure.
You walked a mile to get your food,
I
and it
walked a
wasn't
mile,
what you
but I'm
asked for.
saying that situation has happened, and most of the time you don't feel like going back. But in this,
And
case,
imagine if you walk there, you're not going back a mile.
See.
I'm not.
all of
What's
exercise.
happening?
I'm going
Imagine
back.
if you had to get on a horse.
Imagine.
What is happening?
Imagine if you had to get on a horse to get to. Well, some people do get on a horse to get to work.
Just y'all fooling around. Is this a real show?
For you, imagine if there was no lotion, because
Girl.
you be spazzing.
Wow.
Girl.
Then we'd all be the same complexion.
Miss Joy is so stressed over what
Yo.
happens when you get older and cannot lotion your feet.
God gotta come get me.
Oh,
That's
man.
it. That's it for me. I'm so serious, God. We have had this discussion.
Well, why wouldn't you be able to
when
lotion
I
your feet?
can't, because when you
Right.
older.
Because they're older, they can't lift their feet.
Well, then why? Do you pay attention? Do you see these people? Because I see them outside.
But not
and
everybody.
it's ashy.
But
They
that's not because they
ashy
couldn't
on the-
lotion it.
Why not? Then why
They
not?
don't want to. Some
Why?
people do that.
Who?
And there's some
Who wouldn't
cultures
want
that don't use lotion.
Stop it.
My bus
I'm
driver.
telling you.
Stop.
When I used to
it.
take, my old bus driver, when I used to take Naya to school,
Yeah.
he was younger. He wasn't that old.
Well,
And them ankles,
No.
it was always ashy. Always.
This is not
He was
okay.
so nice.
No. And ashy.
Yeah.
No.
You know, it's funny
Is
you
it
bringing
okay
that
to be
up.
nice
I
and
can't-
ashy?
I
No.
can't stand to
No.
see a
You gotta
woman
give him grace.
whose heels look like the sidewalk. I can't.
And this is what I'm saying.
I can't. I
This is
can't.
what I'm saying.
I can't stand
And
that.
you talk
And they
about
not old.
This is
But
no.
imagine you can't get no petty manny because there was a time you couldn't. So you think they
that's
wasn't
true.
walking
There was
around? Well, I'm sure they had something natural that they used back
The
then.
stone.
Yeah, to
That's
scrape
how
off.
that creation came out with the stone. Because
Okay,
they
but
was
then
using
how
the
did they
stone
make
back
sure
then.
that they didn't have no ash after?
They dipped their foot in water?
Yeah, whoever.
And then what happens when the water dried?
Water dries and you're gonna be
No,
ashy.
they air dry.
And then what happened
Yes,
after
yes,
they
they're
air
gonna be
dry and the
ashy.
ash start coming?
Whoever
Depending
made
on the texture of your
Vaseline,
skin.
Oh,
they
forget
are
about it.
amazing. Because
Forget
that's-
about
Vaseline.
it.
Yes, see, that's why your feet.
No,
Your
baby.
feet be ashy?
Girl.
Girl.
Don't let me tell you
get
about
your-
this guy.
Take
now.
him out. Take him out. Show
Come
her.
on, man. Take a show.
Show her.
Well,
Hold your foot up and
you
show
have
her.
This right here, this
have-
is not a real show.
you have
so
to
the
go
fact
get
that
a
this
towel.
is not a real
Yo.
show. I guess we could just like talk about whatever.
Imagine.
Not a real show.
Now, imagine having to give your first fruit.
What?
And no, I didn't finish.
I'm getting
I didn't
tired.
finish.
Taj, your
I didn't
first
finish.
few. I'm
right.
just listening.
So imagine giving your first fruit
For lotion?
and no.
Oh.
Imagine having to give your first fruit, and if you can't, not being able to do anything else financially until you do.
Ooh.
Yeah, go back and check scripture on that one, guys. If you did not give your first fruit, you weren't supposed to do anything else until you did. So imagine if you didn't give your first fruit and now you have money that came in and you guys are going on vacation and you only have money for one or the other. And you are going on vacation, aren't you?
Lotion or vacation?
Aren't you? No, I'm just kidding.
Lotion?
No, not lotion.
Oh, we skipped the lotion.
Yeah, we over the lotion.
Oh,
We
okay.
didn't skip it. We dealt with it. We talked
okay.
about it.
We
People gonna be ashy, and you give them grace.
Yeah.
Give them grace.
Give 'em grace.
That's
Give
where
'em
I'm at
ash.
in life. Give them grace.
Give them grace.
give
But
them
what
grace.
if
But-
it was like it was back in the day? If you did not give of your first fruit, and now you're wanting to go shopping or go on vacation or go buy that favorite meal, what if you, according to God's laws, could not until you gave of your first fruit first?
Then I guess you just have to give up your first fruit. Like, what are we talking about here? What is happening?
Well, that's what you're supposed to do versus what you're going to do. Because, yes, you should give of your first fruit.
You talking about what?
Because
happened
I'm
to
sure
the
if you
two
don't and you
brothers?
go ahead on that,
talking
yeah.
about what happened
Because
to
both of them gave,
Adam's
but both
brothers?
of them gave first fruit.
But one wasn't really first fruit. One was bad, or let me get it right now. Was it bad or wasn't?
Well, both of them gave up their
Actual
first
first fruit.
fruit.
Are we
Both of
talking
them,
about
Cain and Abel.
Yeah.
Right, that's what he just brought up.
Yeah.
I'm like, are we talking jokes? Are we talking the Bible? What
No, that's
are
what
we talking?
he just
Yeah.
brought up
Okay,
Cain
the
and
first
Abel.
fruits. We're talking about Cain and
That's
Abel.
where
Right.
it started from. That's
All right.
where it
Right,
started
they
from.
both gave their first fruit.
But something happened.
But one said, "Here, take my first fruit," and the other one said, "You have hit this wife, and let me get the kids some, and let me get me some. Let me take care of what I got to take care of, and then
I'll give
you
you
know."
one. Yeah.
But it's still of the first fruit.
No, then it's not considered.
Nope, it's still the first fruit. It's still the first fruit. You just didn't get
him the
all of
last
the
of the
first
first
fruit
fruit.
and say, "Okay, God, and you give me what you desire for me to have out of that first fruit." God was not a first thought. But what if?
Dose.
What if?
Okay, well that'll have to be continued on another time.
Why?
Because
Because
right now we got the 2-minute warning.
what that mean? You can talk for 2 minutes. You know that?
Oh, what the things I got to say now.
Imagine no cell phone. How would you call Miss Joy?
I'd knock out of the door.
You don't know where her
There
door's
was a
at.
time when
I
we
knock
didn't
on every
have cell
door.
phones, though. So I
Right.
think that we could imagine that.
We can imagine that one,
can
but
live
a lot
without
of people, you know,
You
can't.
just got to
'cause
run upstairs or you run to the payphone on the corner.
My child be like, "Whoa, back in the day, like, watch your face."
Yeah, now
Watch
that you
your
think
face.
about that, wow. We used to have to go to the corner. We used
To
have
the
run
payphone?
upstairs. Yeah, you used to have to go upstairs if you wanted to call somebody. That's why guys stayed
Why
on the
did
line
you have
all
to
night
go
long
upstairs to call somebody?
Because he had a quarter for the
'Cause if
payphone.
you
Because
didn't
he
have
didn't
money
have
for the
the
payphone,
Princess
you
Oh,
of
you
the
mean
Moon
in your house? Like you had to
Yeah,
go
that's what I'm
upstairs
saying,
in the
yeah.
house. In my
Yeah.
head, I'm like, why would I have to go upstairs? Because this is Richard C. I don't know what that means, but yes.
Yeah, because that's why guys used to stay on the phone all night, you know, because they had to go upstairs. They couldn't call you during the day, so they talked to you all night.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
I didn't do that. You know, somebody I knew used to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine being communicating with one another because we're not all staring at our phones and our tablets and
I
all of
actually
that
can't
great
stand it
stuff.
sometimes.
I tell people all the time my phone doesn't rule me. Like somebody will text me and then they'll have an attitude like
'Cause you didn't answer
"You
right
didn't
away."
answer me right away, and I'm like, because your phone is attached to your head,
Right.
Like it's mine is not. So when I look at my phone, I'm going to respond to you, and if that's too much for you, then don't text me, because I don't like the stress.
She
Sometimes
told
my
you.
phone dies, and I am not pressed.
Period.
to put it on a charger so that you can stress me out. But sometimes you need your phone in case of emergency. Like we do have parents and
Or 'cause you have your
children
notes on it.
and stuff like that. So it's like, okay,
Yeah,
I need
absolutely.
my phone because these people have to get. Because if it wasn't for that, that phone, I will leave it in the house because once again, it's peace.
Yeah.
It's
It's annoying
peace.
watching people crossing the street. They don't care about the cars. They on the phone. They texting.
'Cause you could take it
it's so
everywhere.
important. Oh God, stop.
I remember when I was younger and I was crossing the street one time, and this lady, I got to the other side. I was talking on the phone, because I wasn't sure. I heard you say texting, so I wanted to make sure I was talking versus texting. And when I got on the other side, this was years ago, she was like, "Do not talk on the phone when you are crossing the street. That is very dangerous. And you can't pay attention." And I mean, she broke like she was my mama. But imagine not having respect nowadays. Because back then, there was a lot of respect. I didn't know that lady. And technically, I was grown. However, she was my eldest. I absolutely was like, okay.
Because you were
Because the way
raised
she was,
right.
I was raised right. And I don't know. The
'Cause
way
you
she
get
spoke to
cussed
me, she
out
might have had
now.
a switch in that back.
Somebody would have
I
got
might play with
cussed.
her.
The
Right.
way that our new generation of I feel
That-
like you say
yeah.
that, and girl, the other day I was driving and down the street, and it was time for the car in front of me to go. So I sat there for a minute before I hit my horn because I hate when people hit my horn. Like something's happening in front of you. I don't know what's happening. It's all right, I'm back here. I'm waiting. But what I was watching with my eye is the guy came to the car, and they're just having a conversation, a whole conversation. The light has changed. So I hit my horn. And the dude starts saying, well, now I'm not going to move. And then went and sat on the man's hood so he couldn't move.
Yeah, they do stuff like
And
that.
he's so nice if that man
On
didn't
the
move.
inside of me.
There is a puppy
Yeah, but
loose
they
in
do
the
that.
studio.
Satan is back from vacation. Because what is happening
Trying to
on
get
the inside of me, I was like so upset. I rolled my window down and I said to him, like, so what you're doing makes sense to you? I said, you have no idea where I'm trying to get. I could have a sick mother. I could need to pick my kid up. Like, you have no idea. And in your head, it made sense for you to sit on the car. So he gets off the car and he starts like walking over to my window, and by now though I'm angry, so I'm not rolling up my window and I'm not backing down. And I was like, who raised you, and he was like, you know what, that does make a lot of sense, you know what, I apologize. Right.
But it's the way you said it, the tone in which you said
no,
it.
my tone was
wasn't
was
like
real
this?
teachery. No, it was like, I said, yo, who raised you? Like, think about what you're saying and what you're doing. Like, I'm trying to get somewhere. The light is green. You're having a conversation. If y'all want to have a conversation, pull over. Like, that's common courtesy. And then you're going to sit on the car so he can't move to annoy me even more? I was like, yo, I don't even understand who raised you. And I feel like but I feel like when you roll down your window, you could get cussed. Like, that could have went a whole different way. You know what I mean? But like, at the end of the day, the teacher in me wants to give you some food for thought, because that's not smart. Right. And it's not like, what
if he would have pulled off as a friend, just playing around with him? That's another thing.
Right. Right. So that's just like you saying, the lady, and just being raised right. Being raised right matters, because nowadays people, like, I just thought that was so ridiculous of him. It's
But
like,
they
who
do that
raised you?
all the time.
Who
I get
raised
that
you?
done too. Sometimes I just sit there. I be telling people I ain't in no rush, man. I'm retired. I don't care. You take all day. I ain't going nowhere. No, but if you got somewhere to go, it's a different situation. It's a different story. And that made sense.
Just courtesy and respect.
It was the right time, and you said it at the right moment. See, God prepared that situation to happen, because something might have been happening to that guy, and he needed something to put in his mind to start renewing his mind so that he could think a different way. So that might have been an assignment for you. All right, that's deep, right? That was deep.
That deep. You got the deep mic though, so that's okay.
But
But we are going to move on and spotlight what's right, because we were there about 3 minutes ago.
Oh my goodness.
We were there about 3 minutes ago, and y'all got
3
the
hours,
wrap up.
3 hours, but who's counting?
But you was talking. Y'all got the wrap up. Y'all got the this.
I wasn't looking that way. So y'all should have told me something, because I was not looking. Because
I saw 2 minutes,
sorry.
5 minutes
behind
ago.
that camera looking
I'm sorry,
stressed
production.
out right now.
Production, I apologize.
Don't listen to nobody.
Now we see why there's no peace in the room.
So-
It's not him.
There's
us.
peace in the room.
It's
all
us.
the time.
Piece of change.
Lots of laughter and shenanigans, but always peaceful. So, are you singing again?
I was thinking,
I don't
give
want
Peace
it.
a chance.
Okay. So, let me tell you about something. We're about to do Spotlight What's Right, and that gives us the opportunity to share with you and put the spotlight on someone that's doing something great in this beautiful world. And today the spotlight goes on a young lady, 14 years old, high schooler, and her name is Leanne Fan. Leanne Fan. And we are putting a spotlight on this beautiful young lady today because she came up with headphones that can detect and treat middle ear infection. I believe statistically over 71,000 people have died.
Yes.
I believe in this year alone from middle ear infection,
I heard that story.
which is crazy. I didn't even know it was that, like I don't know that I've ever heard of anyone passing from mental ear infection. Yes. I stand corrected because I'm looking at my notes. 21,000 people worldwide died from ear infections alone last year. So the device she has are for children, and they do not need any antibiotics. So it works with blue light therapy. And so the machine combines learning and blue light therapy to detect and treat middle ear infections in children. So I think that is amazing. Miss Leanne, went on to receive America's Top Young Scientist of 2022. And we can't wait to see what she has in store next. 14 years old. I am so amazed and so impressed. Like, that is phenomenal. I would love to sit down and talk to her and find out, like, where she got the creativity from. She's going to tell you first that you probably got to get rid of that hair. Right here.
No.
Because that might,
I don't want to
because it's going to go around and start going inside your ear, and that's where the infection
Like that
comes from.
commercial? Like that commercial
Yeah,
with
it's
the
gonna start
plants that
taking.
fly?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's gonna
yeah.
start taking over, and it's gonna go in your ear, and it's gonna come out this side. Yeah,
y'all.
that's why you got that in your ear, so it can't grow over. So you already knew that. I see what you did there. I see exactly what you did. We're gonna take another break. Make sure you come back, please.
That's only if you don't touch that down.
Please come back. Welcome back to the Praise Radio Show, and we are about to wrap it up. We are so glad that you joined us today and took the time just to hang out with us, and we hope, even though, this is just us, we weren't even trying. We didn't write this stuff down, but we hope we were able to bring some joy into your heart. Miss Joy right here. Yes, and some laughter and all that great stuff, and maybe even you learned something new today. I don't know. But if you would like to reach out to us, if you would like to be a guest on the show, if you wrote a book, if you did something amazing that the world needs to know about, if you want to share your testimony so that we can edify God and also let other people know that they are not alone in their journey, if you are an artist, please send us an email at praiseradioshow@gmail.com. You can check us out either on YouTube or on Power and Praise Network. On YouTube, you only may be able to get part of the show or some of the promos. You got to come to Power and Praise Network. So, anything else? You want to say anything in closing?
No, I think he does a perfect job.
He definitely does. She complimented you. That's why you smiling like that?
I'd like to say to the listening audience. Well, we thank you so much for tuning in. Well, but you didn't give them all you didn't give them
What else
Facebook.
should I
You
give
didn't
them? Oh, you're right. Thank you.
Instagram.
We are on social media platforms: Facebook, X, Instagram, LinkedIn. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I remember. Praise Radio Show. Everything at Praise Radio Show.
Don't leave home without it. Oh, that's a different commercial. Okay.
That's not how you close it out.
Well, we want to take this time at the Praise Radio Show and just thank you for tuning in. We want to let you know that we love you, but Jesus loves you more. Stay encouraged, stay focused, but most of all, stay in Christ. Peace.